Hey, it's Spence from WPLaunchClub.com with your WordPress tip of the day. It's Saturday. I'm in the lab. I'm having fun with my new AI coding assistant, being very productive. I want to show you a new feature, a new concept for 2023 that lines up with my WordPress as a service. I've had several plugins now, or snippets if you will, that I'm offering at WP Launch Club that are the new way to solve problems a la carte. I feel that this is the way we're going to go for a lot of stuff in WordPress. I deliver full solutions, but for little pain points you have, you can just buy one little thing in a bottle and $19 later you're done, rather than a whole framework or complex set of plugins. The number one problem that I solve with LaunchFlows, which is still a very economical and very up-to-date solution, is how I can offer products to people dynamically along a journey where they can see what they're getting, and yet at the end they still end up at the checkout. Now, whether you're using LaunchFlows or not, this new solution, Ajax Bumps and Dynamic Review, I'm calling it, will allow you to do just that. Here's the scenario. You've got a standard WooCommerce setup, and instead of using somebody's custom flyout cart or Ajax add to cart where you have to go and look into the cart and it's 3 extra steps, you need an easier way. You need a dynamic way to just give people choices to buy products, instantly see what they've got, and then keep going. Now, that's the number one thing LaunchFlows does by being able to program the products. But I've got an even easier way now for everybody, no matter what they're using. And if you use LaunchFlows, so much the better, because you can have lots of other features like custom individual checkouts for different products or events, lots of things that control the look and feel of the products. But this is the number one thing people needed, and I'm offering it a la carte. Here's the example. Standard WooCommerce setup, not even using cadence blocks here, really. It's just standard WooCommerce shortcodes, shortcode block. I have 3 products in WooCommerce. I want to be able to allow somebody to click and just simply add these products. Notice 2 things happening. Number one, the checkbox adds and removes the product. It also updates the dynamic review area, which is essentially showing the most important details that somebody would normally get in a cart or normally get in a floating box or a very specific widget or component. But this is able to be done with just a simple shortcode. So if I go here, let me click on the correct page. If I go here and show you the layout, this is literally just a 2-column setup with 3 products, each using the shortcode. The shortcodes, like my LaunchFlows, will have parameters to hide or display the images, the title, the description, the price, change the box shape from a checkbox to a radio button, in case you want to have that kind of option. And then I'm also using the hide checkout elements, the dynamic review part. And that's essentially a way for us to have a standard WooCommerce checkout that shows only the things we want, and I can put any number of products on here, and I can lay it out as I wish. And in doing so, I now have the ability for somebody to do what they're going to do, and then when they're ready to check out, either I can put a button on the page or I can use the link in the menu. Let's actually do this together. I'll just insert before, and I can just put a button here that says go to checkout. And then for this button, I'll put the link of my checkout page, which is the standard one. Update. And as simple as that, I've achieved 90% of the functionality that most people need in LaunchFlows, aside from those other really cool things. So here's the product. Let's just say I'm only going to buy the 3rd product. Go to checkout. Ta-da, that product's in the cart. If you want, you can send it back to any specific step along the way where they choose 1 or more products. Go to checkout and done. Now, as I'm indicating, this can be done in multiple steps. So you can just have one page that looks pretty. Whether or not you show the review section is up to you. They add or don't add this product or that product. If they don't want that product, you can always give them a choice to go check out. If they do add that product, they can be led to a 2nd product offer and a 3rd product offer. So this alone is meat and potatoes, the best and most important thing that people cannot do easily right now with WooCommerce. And this is, unlike before, those of you who know LaunchFlows, something different. You'll notice that this is 100% Ajax. So there's no page reloads required. This is now possible due to some updates to WooCommerce that have made it possible for me to deliver what previously, and at least in the current state of LaunchFlows, I forced a page reload. So this is something that's also unique because it can work with any page builder that will honor shortcodes, no matter what your layout, no matter what your design. And I'm still exceedingly recommending people just use Gutenberg and especially Cadence, but maybe you've got Elementor, maybe you've got something else. So I'm hinting, and this is my last comment, this is probably in the new version of LaunchFlows as well as this a la carte. I'm going to completely remove any further direct support for custom widgets in Elementor because there's no need for it. We can just use this as a universal metaphor. You place this shortcode into any Elementor widget, it works fine. Place it into a Gutenberg block, works fine. Whatever the styling is of that particular element, maybe you put it inside of a text block, it'll work fine. And that's, I think, the future that I see for stuff where we don't have to be so concerned about the individual tools we're using. The mechanics are universal, and that gives me a much simpler product and you a simpler solution. I'm going to be selling this a la carte for $19 at WPLaunchClub, just like the other stuff I've been selling, but I'm also going to be probably making a bigger release or notification about LaunchFlows because I'm going to be deeply integrating that, I think, in partnership with maybe some of the other theme authors, hint, hint, or as an add-on that I just sell directly to do the same thing. Either way, you'll have something that will be just as simple as choosing a few components, making pretty layouts, connecting all your pieces, and having an experience with marketing automation that is the thing that will make you more money, make your customers happier. This is Spence, enjoying my Saturday fun code day. I hope you are the same. I'll see you on the next video.